I know that in class I had to pause to let people finish writing and stuff because they can't pause me like y'all can. So first up, elements. So for each one of these sections, we're going to have a little bit of writing, and then we're going to have a little bit of drawing. And the drawing is important because on a test, and y'all will see this too, on a test, you're very likely to see a picture that represents something. So we are going to have three, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 lines, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to have 3 of these big boxes that we're going to use today. That worked out beautifully. Believe it or not, I did not actually count to see how many lines I had. So we're going to have 3 of those boxes because we have element, compounds, and mixtures. Okay, so elements, first up on the drawing block. Elements are a substance that only contains one type of atom. So on the periodic table, which I haven't glued mine in, I'm going to show y'all something bad that I haven't finished my journal either. The periodic table of elements has 118 elements. Everything in the universe, which means everything, is made out of one of these 118 elements. Like you are made out of all kinds of stuff. You know, we're mostly water, which is H, so hydrogen, 2, O, oxygen. So, here we go. Elements. Elements contain only one type of atom. Atom. A-T-O-M. You're going to see the word atom a lot in science through 6th and 8th grade. So get used to it. It's not atom like a person, it's atom with a T. Elements cannot be broken down physically. So for example, H2O, I'm going to go ahead and put it, no, I'm not going to put it here. No, wait, just thinking on the fly. So oxygen, so O2, that's the air that that's the oxygen that we need is oxygen. So if you have one atom of oxygen, you cannot rip it apart. You absolutely cannot rip it apart physically like you would tear paper or chemically. You're stuck with it. It's always going to be oxygen. If you ever succeed in ripping it apart, you've done something amazing. And so amazing that you won't learn about it until college. So here we go. There are 2 ways that we can see these. Elements can either be written or described as being, can be atoms, or if you stick more than one oxygen together, just like this is O2, if you stick 2 oxygens together, it's no longer just an atom, it's a molecule. So we're going to jump over to our boxes. Each one of these boxes are going to have some examples. First, we're going to have some writing examples. For example, we have O2, which this is the oxygen you breathe. Then we're going to have Na. Na is actually sodium on the periodic table. It's natrium, which is Latin for sodium, N-A-T-R-I-U-M, so the abbreviation is Na. We can have carbon, which is just C, and carbon, because there's no little number, is just an atom. We can have hydrogen, which if you light hydrogen on fire, it goes boom and makes water. Hydrogen is a molecule because it has that little number. So if we're going to draw pictures of atoms to represent them, we're going to just do atoms first, not molecules. Well, atoms are just one type of element floating all by itself, nothing joined to it. So we draw that by just doing circles. So we're going to jump up a step and we're going to go to molecules. So with molecules, you have 2 of the same that are joined together. So we can join them together. You're going to have two circles. It doesn't matter if they're up, down, left, right, diagonal. As long as it's the same two elements and they're glued together, that's a molecule. On tests, they like to see if you're paying attention, and this is something that you're going to see. I bet I can, if I were a person that bet money, I would bet money that on the test for this unit, you're going to see this. Representing atoms and molecules or compounds using just shapes. So for example, if we draw a bunch of triangles, and the triangles are the same shape, the same color, and it's the same triangle, that just represents an element.